We're sick of the JZ setup that's in this. And we're going to be redoing the Skyline the way it should have been done the first time. Borg Warner turbo, there are... Thought I heard something. As soon as you touch them, pretty much all the cream, unfortunately I'm going to have to replace the seats.
105,300 geese power.
A staggering 105,300 geese power.
First 105,000.
Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ruben. This is my 2JZ powered R34.
I know what you're thinking.
Oh! Yeah! So obviously for everyone in America, this is a M-Spec NER R34 GTR, one of 5 ever made.
In this colour.
In this colour. I've gone ahead and smacked a dirty JZ in this. What the fuck?
I know they're not a Barra, but JZ is king.
So to be real with you, this car was NA RB25, which is the non-turbo model, makes just less than 200 horsepower at the flywheel. So take what you think is 200 horsepower and then minus about 50 to 80. That's how much this thing was making.
Why don't we pop the bonnet, mate, and just show
Come
them?
have a look.
Come have a look.
I was a broke uni student when I was building this. No, I didn't have extra funding from, what's that comment we got? Trust fund babies.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So no, there is no trust fund.
But a dress that Ruben bought this many years ago when they were cheaper than what a 1J is nowadays.
Paid $4.5 grand for the motor back when it was still cheap. It's still stock bottom end, stock cams for that reason, because I didn't have a bunch of money to spend on it. I built this in my parents' garage. So that being said, there's a couple of things that I would like to do better, things that really annoy me about this car, to the point where I've parked it up for the last 9 months and I've probably driven it 4 times since then, including today. But yeah, even just that, we have a workshop now, we have a bit more knowledge and experience, and we've been able to do more. So if you haven't seen the Lexus build, there's a full series on that. You can go check that out. Probably the thing I hate the most about this car.
You can honestly see it a mile away.
I'm gonna have to replace this for sure. This has been causing me years of frustration. It's gonna be super expensive. That's the first thing that's gonna be going. It's just unacceptable.
As you guys can see, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
It's surprised the car's still driving.
That's number one, the most important thing. Let's show you the rest of the car. What were the actual things? No. My main issue with this whole engine conversion, number one, the choice of things. When I was building, I was thinking about the budget, stock bottom end, stock cams, like all that stuff. All I've done is ALP head studs and valve springs. Obviously, it's still making impressive numbers.
Before anyone says anything, 2J is actually way less than an RB25. Is that correct?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, no shit on RBs.
We love RBs. My initials are literally RB, but nah, can't do it. So because it's still stock bottom end, stock cams, and a huge turbo, this is a 69 millimeters. This is the older style Borg Warner turbo. There are... Thought I heard something. Anyways, probably hits around just before 5,000 RPM. Rev limiter is at 7.5 and it falls off way before then. The way the tune needs to be set up is the boost is ramped in with the RPM. So your power band is super short. So most of the time you plant your foot, goes nowhere, kicks really hard for a second, and then you have to change gears. So the reason we're actually making this video now is because the car's about to run out of rego. Engine's coming out. We're sick of the JZ setup that's in this, and we're going to be redoing the Skyline the way it should have been done the first time.
Yeah!
Big turbos and a lot of lag usually are not a problem in these sorts of cars, because either you have a power glide, trans brake, anti-lag, whatever. This car currently has none of that. In addition to this, I chose basically what I'm saying is the car has cactus ratios.
So basically, what he's saying is, it's house.
So we've got a CD009 out of a 350Z. It holds power. Clutch wise, I chose twin plate button clutch. I think it's a 9-inch, and it just grabs like that, and I stall it every single time I drive it. Oh, this clutch, bro, I can really feel it. ratios are so short, I can't build boost in first, second, third. I'm getting there. Fourth gear in this car feels like second in my Lexus. Also, lovely clunking noises. This car sounds like a tractor at idle. We've shown it in previous videos as well.
Do you guys reckon that sounds like a helicopter as well?
It's just
camera,
not.
It's fine.
Third thing on our list is the diff. Sort of links in directly with the gearbox. CDs are known for their really quick short ratios, which is great if you have the proper spec diff. Unfortunately, this diff is Cusco two-way. It is clunky. You hear it around every corner, taking off. It's so aggressive. That fighting with the semis that's on it is just an absolute horror show. The diff is out of my old 180SX. It was drifted excessively. Now it lives in this thing. It hates life, and it makes me hate life. Fourth thing that I hate about Skylines, I know they're an old 90s vehicle, but the interior really is unimpressive for what they are and how big they've become. GTTs look pretty much the same, they just have the triple cluster in the front. I actually prefer it without it.
Yeah.
But the main thing I hate is just these seats, man. They're uncomfortable for starters.
You know those shitty office chairs you'd sit in at primary school when you go to the computer lab with all your mates? That's what they feel like.
And these cream colored centerpieces on the door panels get dirty so quickly. You can see my gooch stains on there from like 3 years ago. That's a bit of a problem. I've actually taken these seats out to use a proper steam cleaner to clean these seats, and they still so stained. There's literally almost 30 years of sweat on there now. So
Another thing, I hate this steering wheel.
have a look at how flat and boring that wheel is.
Yeah.
The same guy who designed the oiling system on the RBs designed this steering wheel. I guarantee it. Look at the roof. Like, it's just, yeah. So these seats pretty much stain as soon as you touch them. Pretty much all the cream, I've cleaned everything out of this, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to replace the seats. You smell Bundy rum?
Fifth and final thing, the debate about whether to keep the wing or lose it. GTR wings look good, but if you do the wing, then you got to do everything, and then you got to fake GTR.
It's controversial, I know. Some people love it, some people hate it. I actually like it from some angles. I've owned this car for a while. I've run it with the wing, I've run it without, depending, like Merrick said, on the wheel setup.
If you think about it, aerodynamics.
I don't think it does. In the future, I would like to go the GTR wing. It's a bit taller. It doesn't sit so close to the body here. They upgraded the car. They went to a GTR, gave it a new wing. Maybe there's something wrong with the old one, maybe there's not.
No. Liberty Walk chassis mounted wing.
50 comments saying remove the wing, do it.
Yeah, okay. I will choose the majority. How about that? Let's go back to the front. We're going to be redoing this car. If you want to see what happens to this thing, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned. This thing is going to be a monster. I'm aiming for 4 figures minimum. And I'm not talking about horsepower, I'm talking about kilowatts. No, 6-figure geese power.
We are aiming for 105,300 geese power.
A staggering 105,300 geese power.
First 105,000.
That's 6 figures. How many geese power is the Toad conversion rate?
At least one.
1 geese per 1.
Yeah, but toads are poisonous, bro.
We're talking about power.
Bro, but that just boosts the power.
Poison damage.
Americans don't know what a toad is.
Okay, for
These
you,
lovely-
for you foreigner. Actually, no, you British. You've brought these in from over there, you dogs. They're eating all our sugar cane, you dog.
Can't use any of those.
Alright, so imagine a frog, right, that can't swim.
We're lucky to have encountered this little fella here. We might be able to save him.
At what point do we tell the Americans our national sport is toad flogging?
We shorten it down to flogging, but it is toad flogging.
So imagine toad driving as you drive a golf ball, but with flogging. It's more aggressive.
And there's more noises that come out of them.
When you get on the Bundies,
You beat a toad instead.
yeah, you beat a toad instead.
Therapy.
If you're up in the middle class, you beat toads.
It is currently a Friday afternoon in Australia.
75% of the population on Bundy rums. Almost tired fucking time.
Geese is more, so...
Yeah, geese is...
So
Dickheads.
press this down.